Characters, newer characters.
There's a call in the air, can you hear it ring? A vision of change, it's our time to bring. Gather round all you dreamers and doers. Together we're stronger, together we're movers. Lifting each voice, a chorus so bold. In the name of love, let our stories unfold. Every heart matters, every hand we lend. Welcome to the table where we all transcend. Welcome to the table where new dreams are born. A space for the hopeful, a bright new dawn. With courage and kindness, let's break down the walls. For initiative together, we'll answer the calls. No more division, it's time to unite. Each story, each struggle, it's our shared light. From every corner, let's lift and embrace, creating a future with compassion and grace. So let's build the bridges, let's cross every line. In the heart of the struggle, the stars will align. The promise of progress with every hand we lend. Welcome to the table where we all transcend. Welcome to the table where new dreams are born. A space for the hopeful, a bright new dawn. With courage and kindness, let's break down the walls. For initiative together, we'll answer the calls. Welcome to the table where new dreams are born. A space for the hopeful, a bright new dawn. With courage and kindness, let's break down the walls. For initiative, together we'll answer the calls. Together we'll rise. Together we'll fight. Hand in hand we'll chase the light. And we'll chase the light. Championing change, let's write our own song. With faith in each other, we can't go wrong. Welcome to the table where new dreams are born. A space for the hopeful, a bright new dawn. With courage and kindness, let's break down the walls. For initiative together, we'll answer the call. So come join the circle, take your place here. With love as our guide, we'll shed every fear. Welcome to the table, the time is now. In unity we stand, let's take our bow.
Yeah, don't
It's
borrow
just-
the stress.
Yeah, it's still gonna be there. It's still gonna be there.
Yes.
Yeah, true.
How we doing, everybody? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. We're back again on Tuesday evening, 9 p.m. with a little bit more of Embers and Shadow campaign. We haven't been able to do our Elbraz campaign for a solid month now. Life has been happening quite a bit. Work has been hectic, and there's been some personal things happening in some of the players' lives that have just kind of made it a little more difficult to get together. And so that being said, if it continues down that way, one of the players may not be able to join us and be with us for a while. And if they can't, we're going to put a pause in Albraz and we're going to run a fun little shorter campaign with just some of the other players. And so we can keep going. So we don't leave the player that can't join us behind, because that's just unfair, right? Let's not try to, disregard their feelings on playing D&D, because so many people like playing D&D, and you gotta love it, because it's such a fun and entertaining way to spend your evening or your day, however you want to do it. Either one. But tonight is about of Embers and Shadow, and you guys got yourself into some chaos last time, didn't you? Whoa!
Oh yeah.
Not only did you
yeah.
you were skeptical about following Elandra down into the catacombs. You were also skeptical, and you even tried to steal that urn so she couldn't hand it over to that cloaked figure. But unfortunately, you just were not fast enough. And in doing so, he managed to get the urn. He managed to set it off. And then all of a sudden, the tables were flipped. It's like he set something in motion that you guys couldn't really stop. And then all of a sudden, you found yourself into a fight with some of his accolades. And you learned that this cloaked figure, this hooded fiend, if you will, you learned his name, Oren Mull. You've heard that name before. You've come across it every once in a while, but you can't quite place it too well. But you do understand a little bit of the history. And as you guys decided to take on these acolytes, you notice that they had this blank stare in their face. There's this soulless look as they took the beating you handed out, but didn't seem to flinch at it one bit. But eventually, when you overcame your combatants and you felled the last one, suddenly the ruptures in the ground that Orn had managed to start cascaded and grew larger and larger, and you guys eventually had no time at all but to dart out a hidden passageway in the back, leaving, unfortunately, Frederick, who took a awful blast from Orn at the very beginning of all of it and succumbed to his injuries behind. And as you rush down this path and finally break through into this, what looked like larger underground druidic hold, if you will, that seemed to have a light and a moon essence shining over it, where you contemplated the things you just went through. Elandra decided you guys had to keep moving, and she approached a large iron door at the very end, where she took out a pendant that seemed to sink into the door itself. And when you guys were looking at this door and investigating it, you also noticed that there are multiple other pendants that could sink into this door, multiple other areas where it looked like something would fit. But when she sunk the pendant in, it seemed to break the seal and crack open. And you followed her once more till you guys climbed the stairs into what looked like a run-down cathedral. And as you guys climbed those stairs, you got to the top. You noticed that this monastery, this cathedral, groaned beneath its own weight, as if it was ready to collapse. Moonlight was filtering through shattered beams and broken windows, spilling pale light across the fractured floor. The fires had been reduced to embers, flickering low in the wind, in the wide chamber where the survivors had gathered, where you found children, mothers, fathers. Bedrolls were spread out across the floors. Children tucked in underneath worn cloaks, the parents murmuring lullabies, half remembered from better days. A hushed stillness wrapped the place like a burial shroud. As you watched Elandra walk away towards this smaller group of people, and she got over there, it's like she said something. Then all of a sudden, you heard this gut-wrenching cry as one of the women dropped to her knees. Elandra helped her up, led her to a separate area in the back under a fallen archway where there was a bench, and they both took a seat. Its stones blackened and jagged from what looks like a long ago quake. She stared at nothing, her arms just crossed, tight, to ward off more than the cold. Beside her sat the lady that she spoke to, the one that let out that cry. Her expression was unreadable in a deep gloom. Dirt smudged her cheeks. They had barely spoken since returning to the catacombs, other than just what you could only assume was said to her to let out that cry. What are you guys doing right now?
I go up to where Alondra and that lady is and just inform sorry about your loss.
As you walk closer, you hear Alondra's voice cracked. The silence just broken, like a snapping of a twig, as you hear her say, I owe you the truth about what happened to Frederick. Mary, this is hard to say. He didn't fall in the collapse. Alondra lowered her head. It was right before the ground broke and the ceiling gave way. It was the root below the flame. I mean, Orrin Mull, or whoever he is. He turned on us. He spoke in some ancient tongue, drew from something older, and then he raised his hand, and you see Alondra break for a moment. Then suddenly he struck. This blast of shadow like flame, it looked cold. It hit Frederick square in the chest. He didn't even have time to raise his blade. Mary's knuckles whitened as her hands clenched at her sides. Her eyes shone but didn't blink. He was gone before he hit the floor. It was haunting. Just crumpled, and everything around us started coming down. The ritual chamber began to tear apart as Alondra looks over and she sees both of you approaching. Thank God for Orlena and Hathor there. They held off Mull's twisted acolytes, or whatever they are, trying to keep a path open. But we couldn't retrieve them. And I'm so lost for words. She looked over at Mary, seeing this low mist growing in her eyes. I saw him one last time, though. The stones had started to fall around him, but there was a clear path just for a moment. His face, she blinked. He looked peaceful, like he knew what he was saving. Mary's lips parted, but no words came. Her breath hitched once, then steadied. I should have been there, she whispered, a tremble in her throat. I should have. Alondra shook her head firmly. You were. And every choice he made down there, he made it for you, for what the two of you stood for. The rebellion wasn't a lie because of him. It had meaning because of him. Mull used us. Alondra's voice grew colder. The rebellion was a means to his end. He wanted power, but not just political. He's breaking some sort of bonds, ancient ones. The first was down there in that chamber. Whatever he's doing, it's only begun. Mary stared at the ground, then looked up quietly. She looked over at both of you. A sniffle. Then we end it for Frederick. Elandra
Frederick.
turns and looks at you both and goes, thank you. It's been a rough night, and I appreciate your aid in which you had.
It's an honor.
Yep.
It's late.
It's getting late, yeah.
Yeah.
Mary, sorry about your loss. Condolence to you and family and loved ones.
You see her raise her hand up to her eye and brush away a tear.
Squeeze her shoulder and kind of comfortingly.
She just shifts a little bit, just sits back, just taking in the silence. Elandra looks over at both of you. It's late. We should really get some rest. It was a eventful evening, and I can only imagine what tomorrow's gonna bring.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want,
Yeah.
there's a couple of bedrolls in the back there. You can get some sleep. Maybe in the morning we can decide what our next steps need to be.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Everyone stay safe.
Yeah. Elandra just continued to sit there with Mary on the bench. Both of them just in silence. What are you doing?
We'll make our way to the beds.
They're at the back of the
leaning.
they're at the back of this cathedral.
Okay.
It's a half moon arc back there. You can see some of the benches and pews that used to be lined up in like what you would consider a procession. Just kind of set against the walls and kind of like stuffed into the back. And you see a little alcove that's there that has a couple of bedrolls rolled up leaning against the wall. It's a nice little peaceful area, quiet and secluded, if you will. Nothing really. Now you're pretty much hidden from most of the group in the chapel right now, in the cathedral.
Okay.
Looking up, you can see that the roof is definitely damaged. You can see through it. There are definitely holes. It definitely looks like this place has seen better days, and you are in a abandoned, for the lack of a better word, house of worship. When you came into this cathedral, you could definitely see down. There is a solid, probably 40 people in the collecting in the front, with bedrolls. Multiple families, with one, two, three kids, to each one. Some of them only had one parent. Some of them had two. The overall atmosphere you're garnering from this entire area, this cathedral, is these people are, for a lot, they're in hiding in a way. They're trying to get away from an oppressive force, if you would.
Sir,
What do you?
Anyone
How do
like?
you think?
Oh, God.
Sorry, I want to ask. Like, how do you think that all these people have stayed so hidden in a place this big from Garion?
Yeah. See a lot of fear in their faces, but
Mm-hmm.
there's always going to be hope, though. And
Yeah.
do what we can to help out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We're going to be okay after what happened today. What's he doing?
To lay down for a bit, rest.
Yeah.
It's been a couple days.
Yeah. There's always tomorrow to ask our questions that we need to ask.
Yeah,
I'm tired after that fight.
that's for sure. That sprint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a crazy sprint. Good Iowa. He's finding my room. Oof.
Yeah. No, that was
Yeah.
lucky right there. Yeah.
That's all we need on their side is we're good.
Yeah. Oh man.
I wonder how our dragons are doing. Start
Just thinking the
close
same
my
thing.
eyes.
Yeah.
Ooh, I wonder if they would hear me. Rhaegar, you okay? Reply this message if you can hear me.
Are you trying to reach out to him?
Yeah, I'm trying to reach out to him, like curious, see how he's doing right now.
What would that be? You know what? Roll me a d20.
Okay. Just rolled an 8.
Aw.
Oof. It's like,
You don't. You feel as you reach out that the commitment to your request falls on deaf ears.
Lena,
hmm
did it work? Did Rieger
No,
talk
I
back?
don't hear any. I didn't hear him that time.
Mm.
Like I said, wasn't fully putting my all into it
Mm.
most of
Well,
the time.
that's right. We'll see them again soon.
Yeah, yeah. He's
Mm.
okay.
Quietly, I'll just like try to say, it's like, Pyre, you still okay?
Roll me a
Try
d20.
and reach out. 20.
We're fine. Wild Oak is bugging us. But how are you? I felt that you were in a little bit of trouble. Are you guys getting yourself into situations? Rhaegar felt a tinge in his side earlier tonight.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, we
Did it work?
ran into. It did. Yeah, no, I'm talking to him right now.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, no, Pyre, we got into a little bit of a scrape with Oren Mall. He's from Morthar, I think. And that was pretty intense. We'll have to give you more details when we see you again.
please be careful. It's
will be.
not just your life you play with.
Yeah, I know. We're trying.
Well,
It's pretty crazy out here.
it was nice talking to you, but I'm going to go sleep.
Yeah, me too. Have a good night.
Are they okay?
Yeah, yeah. No, they said what Pyre said that Wild Oak's driving them a little insane, but apparently they could. Rigor felt a little pain in his side tonight when you got hurt. I think.
Yeah, yeah, that did hurt. Oh, but I
Yeah,
hope it was just the side that he didn't hurt. Like,
yeah. No, but I think that Rigor's doing good.
that's good.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
speaking of Wild Oak, he doesn't be mad at us when we get back and tell him what's going on here.
yeah. No, I didn't give Pyre any details about it. Just said that it was a little dangerous for a second there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's good that they're doing good.
Hmm.
We better get some rest before it's too late and lots more adventure to do.
Yep.
Yeah. Good rest,
Hmm.
Sappho. Good rest.
Enjoy it.
So you both are laying down now?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. As you slowly drift into sleep, you can hear soft chatter throughout the cathedral. You can hear the adults, some mums and dads, speaking to one another, concerned about what the coming days are going to bring. You can hear a little bit of laughter, as if some people are finding joy in some of the dark moments. As your eyes get heavy and you slowly drift off, it isn't long until you feel a cold breeze drift across you. Eyes open roughly, as you can see the stirring of a pale light filtering through cracked stained glass, casting fractured reds and golds across the worn stone floor. A breeze catches you once more, stirring up heavy scents of old stone, ash, and frayed hope. Early risers have began to stoke what looks like dying fires, stirring the coals and water from morning meals. Quiet murmurs pass between rebels and refugees alike. Whispers of plans and fears and rumors of where Maul might have gone. Of what was broken below. Some children play silently with carved stones. Others watch their parents closely, sensing the tension still hung in the air like a held breath. Then, boom, 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 a pounding on the monastery's front doors silences everything. Heads turn, bedrolls were abandoned, knuckles gripped blades. Some mothers instinctively pulled their children close. The door bursts open with a thunderous crack, slamming against the stone walls. A rush of dark forms flood into the hall. Garyan cloaks, clad in deep iron, trimmed in crimson. Their helms shaped to resemble sharp-beaked birds of prey. They surged forward in perfect formation, weapons raised, shields forward, their boots pounding like war drums against the cracked floor. Gasps and screams break out. Some draw weapons, others froze, but the Garian cloaks didn't strike, not yet. Instead, they parted. And as you guys are awoken by this, are you guys looking on what's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
As you guys are awoken by this, you see...
With this, just one question on this. Would it be a short rest or a long rest we take?
You guys got a long rest. So everything resets.
Okay.
As you guys look on, you can see Elandra is ducked down behind a pew not too far from you with Mary. And you see these two figures enter the hall like specters through flame. Commander Dorn stepped first. The towering man encased in matte black armor, the crimson inlay along his chest glowing faintly in the low light, twin crimson pauldrons cresting flared from his shoulders, shaped like wings dipped in blood. His helm was off, tucked under his arm, revealing a grim, square-jawed man with brutal scar running from the temple to his chin. His gaze cut through the room like a blade. But it was the second figure who drew the silence tighter than a noose. Zarian Garian. He strode with unsettling poise, hands folded behind his back. His black leather robes clung like smoke to his thin, almost skeletal frame. The Garian cloak's insignia, an iron fist pierced with a blooded dagger gleaming at his chest. He wasn't a warrior, not like Dorn, but power followed behind him like a shadow. His face was hollow and clean-shaven, his skin pale like stone, kissed by moonlight. Deep sunken eyes regarded the room with quiet disdain, and his long nose gave him a vulture-like presence. His feet made no sound as he stepped past bedrolls and frightened children. He stopped at the center of the hall. The Garian cloaks stood like statues, a wall of death around survivors. Zaren's voice was soft, too soft, but somehow it filled the room. "We allowed you to be," he began, "because hope gives the illusion of light, a dying candle in a pit, and only hope," he tilted his head slightly, "is far easier to crush than confidence." The silence hung as he smiled faintly, as he savored the weight of his own words. "But what you've done beneath the monastery of Hollow Mercy, that was too far." He stepped forward a pace, just enough for the dim light to catch in his sunken eyes. "You've shown Blackthorn that resistance is possible, that rebellion can breathe." It was a slow and low pause. Then his voice grew colder. "Now we make an example of what little fight you have left." And with a single motion, a fluid wave of his pale, long-fingered hand, the order was given. The Garian cloak surged forward. Screams tore through the hall. Panic erupted. Several rebels, driven by desperation, lunged at the soldiers, blades drawn, eyes rising as they charged to protect their families, their cause, their last hope. Steel met steel. Blood sprayed across the stone. A group of rebels by the fires lunged forward, one man swinging wildly with a rusted sword. He was impaled through the ribs. Another threw a brazier at the cloaks before it being slammed to the floor, blood pooling beneath his head. Two others managed to wound a soldier, but they were quickly overwhelmed, cut down without hesitation. But not all resisted. As you're standing in the back, hidden from sight, you're seeing multiple of these rebels get captured. The Garen cloaks weren't without mercy. Some backed away, hands backed away from the ones hands raised. Others tried to shield their families. The Garen cloaks were not mindless. They restrained dozens, wrapping iron manacles around wrists, yanking people to their knees. A young mother screamed as she was dragged from her child. An old rebel captain spat blood as they smashed him down and bound his arms behind him. In minutes, the hall was a battlefield broken of bedrolls and spilled blood, weeping captives. Zarian never flinched. He turned to the doorway, his silhouette framed by the rising morning light. "Let them see you chained," he said. "Let them see what comes of faith in a broken. When the next spark rises, they'll remember how easily the hope is to put out." As he stepped out past the doorway without another glance. What are you doing? There's still chaos going around. There's still Garian cloaks rounding up rebels. Right now, you have not been seen.
I don't know, Alina. What do you... Should we do something?
Yeah, we should. These people didn't have anything to do with what was going on.
I don't know if we can do anything. I mean, they're not killing all of them.
Yeah, they're just killing the ones that are.
And do we want Zarian to know that we exist yet?
No, I don't. I don't think we should let them know our presence is here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels wrong.
Yeah, it does feel wrong that we can't do anything right now as much as I want to.
Yeah. It feels wrong to run, but I feel like that's the only option.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. 100% behind you on it.
Okay. Yeah, do a perception check to see if there's an exit near us that will hopefully be sleuthy.
Yeah, you can do a perception.
And there's one perception I want to do after this one.
All right, go ahead.
I want to see if they caught
14 for me.
Okay.
And I want to see if they caught Eloria and Mary. Be 16.
Okay, as you're both looking around, to be honest, you see multiple of the rebels being put into shackles. You see many of the husbands and men that decided to fight back, laying lifeless on the ground. As you are looking around, Hathor, you're trying to take in where you might be able to break free of this cathedral. You notice a hall that is off to the right. It is kind of shaded and dark. It looks like there's no real light coming from it right now. And as you are looking around, Orlina, you do notice that Eloria is still hiding behind a pew. She has managed to stay out of sight. And then suddenly you see her shove Mary back against the wall as she ducks beside a fallen pillar. Her hand motioning towards you both frantically for you to follow. As she says low, "This way. There's a service passage. It's not on the maps, not anymore. As she starts to move back, not towards that dark hall that you saw, but off to the left of it.
Tap half or we go. Elandra wants us to follow her. There's
Oh,
a area off the map, so she's leading to.
yeah.
Okay, let's go.
All
That
right.
was my
Let's go.
plan. I was gonna like, I'm gonna try and use message for the first time and see if I can message her, like, follow us. That was another
um,
time for message.
yeah, not this time. Okay, so as right now from where you are, you're about 20 plus feet from her. Okay.
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 There are pews scattered along throughout and leading up to where she is in this little hallway alcove that goes off to the right. I need you both. First of all, how are you getting to her?
Will we
I would
be
say
seen if we run? Like, is it that open of a space that we could be seen?
There are about, I want to say, 30 Garrian cloaks, maybe 35 feet from you right now,
Okay.
that are rounding people up. So yeah, if you stood up and ran, which you could do if you want, you'll be seen.
Okay.
Unless you roll extremely, even if you roll extremely high, you'll be seen. Because yeah,
yeah. Let's try the best. Stay low and move quickly as you can,
Crouch.
but quietly as you can.
Crouch and like shimmy.
crouch and shimmy, crawl like a worm.
Yeah.
Crouch and shimmy.
Crawl a little bit.
All right. I want you
No,
both
I
to
would
roll.
say I was gonna like squat down and like try to like stay low as I can.
Stay low as you can, and like what?
Yeah.
So stay low as you can, obviously. But
Yeah.
what are you doing as you're staying low as you can?
Like I'm just like squatting and try use my like stay squatted and take my steps to try
Are you trying to hide behind
and move.
anything?
If there's something close by I can hide, and yeah, I'll take that.
Well, yeah, I've told you guys there's like multiple pews and all that stuff that are still there. Like you can, that's what I'm trying to say. Like I'm like
Okay,
trying to give you the best way I can
Yep.
tell you is like, yeah, there's pews and all that stuff that are blocking
Yeah.
the view, right?
All right.
Okay.
Crawl behind the pews and like keep my head down. Make our way as safely as possible.
Okay, I'd like you both to roll me a
Okay.
stealth check, please.
So that's a 13 straight.
All right.
And I got 19.
Okay. You guys definitely passed.
Oh, thank goodness.
You are as you get low, you see Elandra like frantically calling you over. You get low, and as you are creeping behind these pews, you manage to stay out of sight, but all you can hear coming from over them is the screams and the cries from these otherwise helpless people that can't really do anything but succumb to what is happening. You do eventually get to Elandra, and the floor is still trembling slightly as the Garrian cloaks are storming around the chambers. Suddenly you hear one say, "Check the back halls," as the echoes of metal dragging across the stone start to come and creep slowly towards you. Elandra is crouched low as she tries to lead you towards a narrow path, not quite down the hall, but off to the edge. It's draped in cobwebs, but as you eventually just get to the opening, you're able to sneak in. And as you sneak into this path, all four of you are there. You see two Garian cloaks walk past and start heading down the hallway with a torch. And you breathe a sigh of relief as you had just managed to step out of sight and not be seen. As you make your way down this very narrow, when I say narrow, you guys are walking sideways and you're kind of shimmying down this hall. It's very tight. You can see above you what look like old flags, tattered, hanging from the ceiling beams. As you can see Alondra ahead, just barely moving with urgency as she shifts through this narrow passage. Behind the cathedral's altar, it feels like you guys have gone down and around. You feel you're behind the main hall now. You find your way into what looks like a storeroom. It smells heavily of like mold and rot. But it feels like you're in the very bones of the cathedral right now. At the very end of the hall, end of the room, you see a half-rotting door, which looks like it conceals a entrance out. And you hear Alondra, hold up. Behind this is a rear path. Old stone stairs leading to the garden gate. It's not caved in. Well, I hope. It'll take us out by the ravine. As she motions for you guys to wait, she pushes the door open slightly. Cold morning air spills in, tinging with the scent of blood and smoke, along with voices, as she slips through an old archway ahead, just beyond the outer cloister. Moments later, she ducks back in. She turns to both of you and starts whispering. 3. Not a full unit. We could try to talk our way out, or through, or we could take them. Fast, quiet, if we can. One is leaning lazily against what is a broken pillar, while the others argue over whether or not they should execute or imprison us. Their formation is loose, casual, and unprepared for an ambush. And they block the only path out. She pauses for a moment and looks at both of you. Your call.
Probably say probably the only way to get past is by taking them out.
Yeah.
Knocking them on that. Yeah.
You want to take a shot at it with your bow?
Yeah, I can. She said we can probably take one out each.
Mm.
And
Yep.
Hopefully this will work. Maybe I can take one of the ones that are arguing. And
Yeah.
if you guys get closer to the other two, then send a signal
I'll take.
and I'll let loose.
Okay.
I'll take the one arguing on the right.
Okay, so give me a second there. All right. As you guys now creep through this passageway. You come to this, what looks like old run-down door. As you push it open, you can breathe what seems like fresh air, along with the smoke and the taint of Vile. And this is what you see as you look forward. It's this back hidden garden behind the cathedral. First of all, give you control. And then give you control.
Okay.
As you can see, you see a fountain in the middle. You see the one Garian cloak lazily leaning against the wall here. You see the other two. Hold on. They're right here. Arguing between each other over there. And they're saying simple things like, we should just kill them all. Squash the rebellion once and for all. And vile things like that. You see that they're each holding a rather broad shield and a spear in the other hand. The one that's over here seems to be kind of lazily nodding off. What are you doing?
So I was going for the one that was talking.
I'm gonna go for. Okay, I can take the one
And
that's. Go ahead.
Is this area really, like, the bushes, are they really high, or?
Like-
Some of them are, yes. Like if you
Okay.
were to be down, if you were to creep down low enough, you could probably sneak past the area that you need to be able to get to the other side. Like you'd be able to
Okay.
you can maneuver a little bit if you're low and quiet enough.
Okay.
All right, I'll go for the one that's kind of nodding off right there.
Okay.
You're gonna go for this one right here?
Yep.
You hear Alondra. Hold up. If we're gonna do this, we have to time our attacks. There's no point in allowing any of them to survive. If we're gonna ambush them, we need to make sure that we succeed.
Mm-hmm.
So before we go any further, we need to declare which one we're hitting to make sure that we stay true to our shots.
I'll go for this one here.
On the
Good.
right for you, Alondra.
Yeah.
So, okay, so Hathor, you're going after this one. And did you say,
Yep.
and you're going after that one?
Yeah. Yes, I'm going after that one. Yeah.
So leaving this one alone. Okay.
Yeah. And I was thinking if I can. Because I have a feeling probably Alondra's going to go around to the one she's going after. If I can try to get into this area without being seen and try to get a good shot with my bow. Like that one.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to figure this out right now.
Okay.
All right. All right. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
All right, so you're all going to time it. So where are you sneaking to? Are you staying right there or are you moving somewhere?
I'm planning on sneaking and like crouching behind these bushes right here.
All right. Move your character over there and then give me a stealth check.
I'll go right.
Oh, that's a straight 5.
If I go right there,
And give me a stealth
start
check.
getting. Ooh, that'll be 8.
Oh, fuck. Elon just saved you guys' asses.
Goodness.
Elon just saved. Like, it was a low DC to begin with. Like, because you realistically have advantage right now. And this stealth check was going to determine whether or not you continue to have advantage.
Yeah.
And with her roll, she literally she got a 16, and you guys, like,
Oh, man.
you had to be an 8 collectively. So the 5, and what'd you get, Ruben?
I got 9.
Yeah, so the 5 and the 9 would have been less than it, but the 16 brings it up above.
Yeah.
So you now have advantage on your shot. So you're each gonna roll 2 d20s,
Okay.
and you're going to see if you hit.
Okay.
So Orlina, you go first.
Okay. That'll be 10, 15 all day.
Just
The bow.
hits. So you just hit. Now Hathor roll. What
and
are
we're
you
adding
using?
this to our
Well,
my broadsword. Longsword.
Oh, you can't hit from there. You'd have to get right up close to them.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
in order to
Then
do that, like
I'll
you
throw-
have.
That's okay. I'll just throw one of my daggers. If that's right, fine. Throwing daggers, fine.
All right.
So that would be. We're adding this plus our hit.
Yeah,
On
this
the-
should be 11 plus your.
Okay, so that would
4, is
be
it?
15. Yep, 4.
Okay, so 15.
Yeah.
You'll hit with a 15. Now 10. Oh yeah, that's an 18. All right. Okay, so go ahead and roll for damage, Orlina.
That'd be. 1 plus 3. 6 points of damage.
With your bow?
Yep, with the bow, yeah.
Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So starts off with, hold on, how much did he start off with? That much, okay. All right.
I think I aim here on him if I can get the hit.
The one that's gonna, the D8 that's gonna land on the left is gonna be my determining damage roll. Okay, so that is, where is she? It's a 4, right? 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
Force damage. All right, that's fair. So 11 points plus 6, 10. So 11, 21 points of force damage. And as you see Elandra, sorry, go ahead, Hathor.
Yep.
Roll for damage.
Okay. That would be 6.
6. Okay. As all three of us strike, you see Hathor, as you throw your dagger, you manage to find a point between the armor and see it sink in as you see this guard scream out in agony, just as an arrow seems to find another open avenue in this other guard's armor, just in his lower back, and it seems to sink in as he cries out again, as the final guard, who is still suggesting that they slaughter all the rebellions, as he says his last word, all you see, Ordina, past your head is this bolt of force energy come flying past, and as it does, it lands, but it lands in such a way that you see this guard say his last word, and as it does, it catches him in the side of the neck, and it tears his head right off his shoulders. And you see this one guard just hit the ground, and you hear Elandra from behind, under her breath, go, "That's for Frederick." Now let's roll initiative.
Like, holy shit.
Holy shnikes.
Should have done the Pocahontas there, standing there as that
Pocahontas, eh?
standing. Yeah.
11.
My hair flowing in the wind.
What's your
I'll be
initiative?
20.
20?
I'll
Oh.
20.
And what's your
19.
initiative? 19. And mine would be 12. Now let's roll both of theirs. 12 and a 6. What's their... Okay, so yeah, it's going to be all of us get to go again, and then they get to go because we surprised them the first round, and now we're up for initiative. Now we're up again. So, you guys get to do, what are you doing? So this guy right here, where is it? This guy right here. Oh, give me red. He's dead. He's kaputsies.
Okay, good idea.
All right. Are you planning on moving across that?
Isn't that all bush?
Oh no, probably I shouldn't try to move there if it's really high bushes.
You could tumble through.
Yeah, you can do whatever you would like to do.
Be very graceful. Depends.
So who's going first? Is me or Hathor?
Either one of you. You both can go at the same time if you'd like. Yeah, it's all three of us are going to go first, but I'm going to allow you guys to do your things first before I do anything with with Elandra.
Okay. So yeah, I'll try bolt it through this, and I'm gonna.
So wait, hold on. Where were you? Right here?
Yeah, I was right there.
So you have 30 feet of movement to get up there. So this is difficult terrain to get through there. So it's going. So you're. You know what? Yeah, your full movement has been used up now, because it's twice your movement speed to get through difficult terrain. So your full movement has been used up. So you're right on that person.
Alrighty. And I'm gonna give this a try for the first time. I'm gonna use Thunderclap on him.
Oh, hey, go ahead.
Yes. Yeah. Alrighty, and you have to do a Constitution save of 11 for the DC.
Yeah, he fails.
He fails, and okay, 1d6. Yep, 2 points of damage.
Thunderclap.
Yep.
2 points.
2 points of
how does
thunder
this
damage.
How does this sound, man, when you hit him?
It's real loud. Makes me think of home. Just like a real deep, dark growl of thunder. Nice stormy day.
All right. As okay, now I gotta figure out how to do this. Okay, all right. As Hathor, you watch as Orlina struggles her way through the bushes, manages to get to the other side, and then without thinking twice, casts this enormous boom that erupts and shakes the trees around you and rattles the sky as this thunderous sound is heard throughout this part of Blackthorn. What are you doing?
I'm gonna run over to this guy
Okay.
and use divine smite and hit him with
So you
my-
gotta hit. So you gotta hit him first, and then
Yeah.
no, you can cast divine smite. That's fine. You gotta hit him first,
Yeah.
and then the spell kicks in.
Yeah.
Oh, that hits him
Nice.
with your sword.
With my longsword, yeah.
Oh shit!
That would be D8. Plus 5 equals 6, and then with the divine smite, that's just another D8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I think it's
no,
2D.
two
I think
D8s.
it's 2d8s. Yeah.
Yeah. So 2 of those.
Oh,
15
15.
plus 15 plus, yeah, just 15. Okay.
Well, yeah, it's 15, and then what else is the other damage?
The other damage was, that was 1 plus 5, so 6.
6. So
21. Oh,
21. Damn. How do you want to do this with them?
So sprinted over the bushes and ran down the stairs, and then just swing my sword out, and he's got probably aim for the neck because that's like the weakest point. So yeah, just aim for his neck.
As you see this guy, he's reaching behind him, trying to grasp at this dagger that is sticking out of his lower shoulder that you found a way to get into his armor. As he turns slowly, and suddenly sees you rushing at him with your sword drawn, and you see these eyes from behind the helmet just widen as suddenly you just and lop his head right off as it goes hits the ground. It's ting, and the sound of the metal helmet just ting, 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 rolling as the guard that is facing Orlina goes wide-eyed because he just watched you remove one of his friend's heads with no issue at all. And moments before that, literally saw his other friend's head get ripped off. And in the same moment as all this is happening, how many of them do I do?
you still want to execute him, good sir?
Are you shouting that at him?
Oh yeah, I would show at them.
I mean, he's practically
All right.
deaf right now.
All right. How the fuck do I roll 4 ones?
That's hilarious. Oh my gosh.
My goodness. My goodness. Is it plus anything? Oh, thank God. Okay. Thank God. As he's look at you shout at him. Do you still want to execute them now? And he's just like, no. Like, look at you. Like, he goes to say to respond. But before he can, all you see, Elena, from around you is these little magical darts come flying past you and just stick into him. And as they do, they don't just stick into him, they tear through his armor, through the back, and you see him just goes, take this last gasp, and he just falls backwards and hits the ground. And as he hits the ground, you see the arrow that you shot into his back just protrude forward and come out the front of his belly as he lays motionless.
Oof.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
that's all of them. They're all dead now.
Back to launcher. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, good job. That was impressive right there. Both of you. Clean
Felt
my
like
sword off.
Felt really, really cool standing there all majestic while she was shooting the stuff right by me to him.
Yeah, yeah.
Guys, you hear from the doorway
Yeah.
as Mary steps out. Someone's coming. What was that? What was that bang? What was that? It sounded like lightning or thunder or something. As now you are starting to hear multiple footsteps
Oh, no.
coming around as Elandra looks back at Mary, then looks back at you, Orlena, and just... We need to move now. The stone steps at the end there. We have to go. We have to go now.
Okay.
All right. Run.
As you see her just sprint past you and sprint to these stone steps and down.
Follow suit.
With Mary
Ooh.
in tow behind her.
Can I try something real quick before
If you
I
want to.
bolt it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I produce flame
Okay.
and touch these bushes, these ones here, and see if it could ignite and stop, like do like a little fire barricade and see if I can stop them to give us time to bolt it more.
You want to ignite these bushes right here?
Yeah.
So you want... You know what? All right. You managed to start a fire that is slowly starting to overtake those bushes.
Arlena, what are you doing?
It's
Buying
already
us time.
begun.
And start bolting it.
And now you're running. All right. As you look back as if you look back one last time in the flames that started off in a soft smoldering burst, now have engulfed this entire patch of bramble and flowers, and is slowly creeping this way and towards these buildings right here. And it's not going at a slow pace. It's definitely growing and growing quickly. But you all managed to make it out of the garden. As you stumble your way down past the ravine, down into past the wall, past a small ravine river that is behind the cathedral way back here. You managed to make your way out. Beside you is what can only be considered a very large tower. The same one that you saw that was leaning up against the iron gates when you first came in. And you start to realize where you are. You were just on the outskirts of Blackthorn. But from where you are now, it's not a shining city anymore. Now it's bore the look of something slowly being smothered. Thick fog now it has clung to low to the ground in the hours after you guys have created the chaos down underneath the Hall of Mercy. You could hear more patrols coming up. So right now you guys are right in this area right here. Oh, that's not what I want to do. There you are, Hathor. I'm like, where are you? No.
Oh, there.
I see why you want to do the ring thing around them.
Yeah, because it's a pain in the butt.
Excuse me.
And where
I'll let launch now. Sorry if I caused a bit of a fire, but hopefully that bought us time.
Yeah.
Oh, the fire is definitely growing. But we haven't gotten to that part yet.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be one of those stereotypical. I just want to murder everyone. I just want to buy us time.
Yeah, no, that's,
Oh my god, I hate
Thinking
how
of-
this is like this. Okay, there
quick
we go.
thinking.
As you can
Good.
see right here, you see Gary and Cloaks have been patrolling and moving down here. And the patrols have gotten larger and busier now. With the smoke rising behind you, you can tell that looking across, you can see townsfolk scattered throughout, all kind of looking in the direction that you are because of this now erupting fire. And you could kind of feel that the thunderous bang has also drawn some attention.
Yeah.
You can see where once trees stood along the roads bordering some of the farming plots and that have been felled. They're now nothing more than stumps, hacked and splintered. Out in some of the fields, you can see livestock running loose, panicking, goats clambering across stone walls, pigs trampling young crops, and chickens darted in and out of half-collapsed fences. Farmers ran to gather what they could, but their eyes kept drifting to the horizon and the ground. The ground itself has changed. From the cracked earth in the outskirts of the very heart of the keep, enormous iron chains have begun to burst from the soil, each link as wide as a barrel, slick with rust and humming faintly with a deep, low resonance, like a distant war drum underfoot. It seems that some places they emerge like roots forced skyward, jagged, broken, and twitching faintly in the wind. In others, the chains lay taut, pulled tight beneath the earth, their angle drawing the eye back toward the hollow Mercy Cathedral. Above its once sacred spires, the tall halls that raised above the center forest are forced skyward. Are storm clouds hung low and heavy, but no rain falls. Lightning spidered slightly within the clouds, purple and pale, flickering without thunder. A few brave townsfolk stood at the edge of the square, watching the cathedral from a distance, whispering, "The iron chains led there. They all led there," pulsing slowly, like veins of something buried alive. Most of the Garian cloaks that are commanding patrols are commanding for others to get out of the roadways, for folks to scatter like leaves in the wind. The chains rose. No one said it aloud, but truth had begun in root of Blackthorn's bones. Whatever was bound beneath Hollow Mercy Cathedral was no longer fully below. What are you guys doing?
Do a perception check and see if there's somewhere safe we can hide.
All right.
Speaking of Goddard, you just get out of town.
It'll be 21.
21. From where you are right now, you can see the front of this cathedral that you are at right now, the rundown, the broken building. There are a few carriages out front. And it looks like Gary and Cloaks are loading rebels into them. With that, you can also hear footsteps from behind you. To your right, there is a very large tower that looks like it has no one in front of the door right now. Across where you see some trees, you can see the tops of what look like well put together homes, unlike the ones that you could see scattered around you that are fallen into ruin. You can see townsfolk across the way. They seem to be dressed in upper class robes, not like the ones that you saw on the people that were inside the cathedral. Right now, as it stands, you don't see a fully clear path to get to anywhere without potentially being seen by the Garian cloaks.
What are you thinking, Arlena? Do you think we should
Yeah.
stay or?
I kind of want to try to get out of town, but if you have to hide a bit, okay. No. There's a tower next to us. It's probably the closest thing to get to hide for now.
Tower?
Yeah, probably the best option.
Okay. All right, I'm with you.
Alrighty, let's make our way to the tower and hide.
Okay.
All right, as you guys spend the few precious moments you do sneaking around this wall, you find yourself in front of the tower where it seems to be left unoccupied.
Is the check and see if the door's unlocked?
It is not.
Okay. Do you want
So,
Hey, Arlena, I'll stand watch. Do
Yeah.
you want to see if you can pick this lock?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Pick the lock.
Is
Would
Alondra?
be
Sorry, is Alandra and Mary still with us as well?
yes, Elandra and Mary are behind you.
Okay.
would be a sleight of hand, right? To pick the lock.
Yep, sleight of hand.
Okay. Be 18.
You slip the lockpick in. At first, you're not confident in the way you are twisting to the right and the left. But suddenly you reach deep into the back of your memory and close your eyes. And as you do, you twist ever so slightly and you hear this first click. You feel that you're not quite there yet, but with a little more force, maybe you can break this lock. And you switch to the left one more time. You hear another click. You feel like you're putting a little too much strain on the lockpick. But you also need to continue. You push in a little further and you force another one to the right. And you hear another click. Then suddenly you hear what sounds like a large metal pin drawing in. And as it does, it sinks into the side of the door. And suddenly the door just falls open.
Ta-da!
Hey, nice. Good job. Well, they're all shuffling in. Can I do an Arcana check on the chains that are peeking up from the ground?
All right. Oh, Jesus Christ.
The 19.
19.
Ooh.
Why you guys gotta roll so good for this shit, man? Seriously.
I don't know.
I don't know.
The dice gods are on our side.
The dice are on your sides, eh?
Only when it's checks.
You,
Yeah, when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah.
from looking at these chains that are like starting to protrude from the ground, you feel like there is a life force being pushed ever so gently through it, as if the magic isn't coming out of the ground, but somehow going in. The pulsing that is happening has a rhythmic draw going down into the ground underneath Hollow Mercy.
Take one last look at the smoke and stuff and then follow them inside.
Follow inside. Are you trying to, so what are you doing after that? No, you're now inside. The door is still open. What's going on?
Close it, lock it.
Close and lock it. As you push this door, it's impossibly heavy.
Ooh.
But you do manage to close it. And as you do manage to force the pin that was unlocked back into place. And the door remains sealed from the inside.
Pat or lean on the back. Sorry, just pat her
Go
on
ahead.
the back real quick and say, good job. That was,
Thank you.
yeah.
It's
Quick
a little
work.
nerve-wracking.
Bah.
After getting the hang of it, I was able to help the confidence coming in, so we got a safe place to hide.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Hopefully we don't have to stay here long.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Alondra, is there any other ways to get out of this town other than through the gates?
Alondra and Mary have taken a seat at one of the benches as she leans forward, rubbing the back of her neck, and just turns her head and looks up at you and goes, "We need to first figure out how to get out of this tower before we can get out of the city." shakes her head as she looks back at the ground. Suddenly, a light starts to appear from the very roof of this hollow chamber, going all the way up, as if moonlight is cascading down. And as you start to look around this tower, you see embedded figures in the walls. One of them hooded, with pale silver skin, eyes like twin stars, and a scythe made of moonlight. The next one is a sorrowful, veiled woman holding a lantern that seems to guide others. The one on the left, a pale, regal figure in dark robes, a crown of bone resting upon his brow. And the final one that appears above the door behind you, dark cloaked figure with glowing violet eyes, always half hidden in shadow. In the center of the floor, lit up, you see this crescent moon with a silver thread hanging beneath it.
Do
Do
you recognize any of this
mm-hmm.
symbolism?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I would just like to do a history check.
All right.
No, it's in the same too.
Yeah.
You want to roll with advantage?
Sure. Man.
Yeah, roll one more time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you just take the highest number.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the 14.
14. That'd be 15.
15? All right.
Yeah.
As you are looking around this chamber, only one thought comes to mind. That's Nora, the Veil of Night. You remember reading a passage. Nora watches over the souls of the departed, ensuring that death is neither cruel nor unjust. She weaves the fates of mortals and guides spirits to their final rest. She is not feared, but respected, for she remains all that endings are necessary for new beginnings. You see inscription. The moon's vigil start to appear below the hooded figure with the silver skin. The moon's vigil, where prayers are whispered to the dead beneath the full moon. You recognize this place as the Moon Pantheon. The god of death.
Skin kind of crawls a little bit. This is kind of spooky. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's real spooky.
I'm pretty sure that's Nora. Pantheon of death.
Huh.
You suddenly see
Interesting.
underneath the sorrowful, veiled woman a silver teardrop with within a crescent moon start to peer up. Underneath the pale, dark-robed figure with the crown of bone, a skeleton throne bathed in moonlight. Then under the dark figure behind you above the door, a dagger eclipsing a silver moon. As this room starts to, for all intents and purposes, come to life, and these sigils start to build upon themselves as they're creating this tapestry that spins ever elegantly up into the ceiling. You see threads leading their way all the way up to the moon. You do understand that this is Nora and her under pantheons, Eshra, Vorim, and Niberia. You are in the death chamber.
Kind of picked a odd place to hide right now.
Yeah.
Think it's a sign it's we meant to be.
Elandra just looks over at both of you. We didn't really have a choice. I would have told you not to go in here. These towers haven't been opened in almost 20 years. They're locked for a reason.
Very interesting. I would have thought Garion would have destroyed them.
Garion's a lot of things. But stupid is not one of them. And we all know that destroying a pantheon's house of worship, especially one like this, would be a stupid move. That's what these 4 towers are in this town.
Have you ever seen a place like this, Orlena?
Nope, I've never seen a place like this before.
Well, I think Elandra's right. I think we should definitely find a way out of this place.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, we should. Feels like something's off about being in here right now. The sooner the better. We're out of here, the safer we'll be.
Like lean down or lean over and whisper to her. It's like, do you think we should try and take the portal back to the keep?
Yeah, we should. Yeah. I think we should probably do it like outside of the town, so we're not causing more attention, especially after the fire incident.
Okay. Yeah.
So we should try to get them to a safe place, get them out of town too. Or if they want to stay in town, they can. Their choice.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Turn back to Elandra and say, do you got any ideas of where you'll go next?
I'm not going anywhere. A fight's here. I have to stand up to Zarian somehow.
And you, Mary?
She clenches her fists as she rubs them along her legs. You can see her focusing hard. My fights with Mull. Mull will pay for what he did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want to look around and try to see if I can find anything that's kind of like a secret passage in a way. You just kind of just say to them, like, yeah, we got to bring the fight to the people that cause this problem. Start looking.
Bring the fight to the people. All right. So you're gonna look around this.
Room and try to find a secret passage if there's one.
There.
Go ahead.
Are there
There'll
stairs
be
going up? Or
The center of this tower is about 50 feet in diameter. You guys are approximately 15 feet in past the door, where in the center is what looks like a raised stone platform that has like seating around it. At the very end, underneath Nora, the sigil of Nora, you could see what looks like a walkway into that abruptly turns left. You can't really see past. You can't see past that. You'd have to get closer. But it's a walkway that abruptly turns left, and there's those silver threads that you see crawling up into the roof of this chamber, running along the walls as if they're leading somewhere.
It'd be what, investigation while I'm looking around? It'd be 11.
You're not picking up on much else other than that one little chamber, that one little walkway that goes underneath Nora. You're cluing into little parts that the sigils on the walls are telling a story, if you will.
I'm half heard of that. So these sigils are kind of telling like a story or something. Don't know these patterns like evil.
take it. Take a closer look and see if I can kind of piece together what kind of story they might be telling.
If you'd like.
Okay. What kind of role would that be?
Religion? Christ.
That'd be a 19.
Oh my goodness, man. Why can't you guys roll this good when you're fighting something? Like, come on. All right.
All for the entertainment.
All for the entertainment.
Yeah.
You're piecing together as you're scanning this tapestry of sigils and threads that seem to be leading somewhere, that this is a story of one of death and mourning, and then judgment and afterlife. And then the final one is a telling of how your soul is carried to the beyond to start anew. From when you understand, this is what it seems to happen from the moment you pass to the final gates that you pass through.
I think this is the story of a soul throughout its existence. And I think the final piece shows the final judgment and final rest. It's rather gloomy. Turn to Orlena. Kind of shrug.
I guess it's more of a journey after your last breath in this world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kind of leaning into Hathor. It's kind of eerie how someone died and we're in here. In this tower.
Yeah,
Eerie.
I agree.
Hopefully we can find our way out of this place.
Mhm. Do you want to take a look down under Nora's sigil over there?
Yeah, I can go take a look.
Okay.
If I can find. We'll go walk over to North Sigil and investigate.
About 10 feet in, as you walk underneath into this path, you see that to the left, as the tunnel turns to the left, it leads up some stairs, where you can see a soft blue casting light coming from above.
We'll look back and motion to Hathor and I'll go take a look. See
Okay.
what's up there.
Okay.
I'll send message if it's okay to come up, so we'll go take the journey up those stairs.
I'll stay down here.
All right. As you climb and you get closer, the air starts to feel cold. As you reach the landing and you turn, you are greeted by a massive chamber. The walls are lined with cold blue flame lanterns. As you step into the chamber, at the very center, there is a large bowl that's filled with black sand. And with every step you take, you feel a grit beneath your feet. And you start to notice that it's sand, the very black sand that's in the bowl, as if visitors would scatter it along the floor. At the very end, on the other side of this chamber, you see another passageway. But off to the right of it, you see what looks like a priest. And along the walls, in between these blue lanterns, there are massive stone tablets. And the ones all on the left have names etched in them. But it looks like the priest on the other side with what can only be considered a quill, with a feathered quill, is scribing on this stone passage, with it being left behind every time he passes past and down to another line. The line previous is lit up in silver. As you get closer, you see that their names being etched.
Okay. I'll quickly send a message down to Hathor and like, okay, kind of coast is clear up here. Just be careful, there's sand in the floor. Come on up and reply to this message if you want.
Went on up. And you signal to Mary and Delandra. We're going to take this passage. Arlena says it's safe. Go up the stairs.
All right, hold on one second. Let's just look at message again, just so we're 100% on the same page. You can cast this spell through solid objects if you are familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier. Magical silence, 1 foot of stone, metal, or wood, or a thin sheet of lead blocks the spell. Okay, so realistically, I'll allow it to happen this time, but the floor would have been too thick for you to get that message through.
To cast it. Okay.
The one thing, or Hathor, you notice as you climb these stairs and you turn left again, it's almost as if you're feeling like you're walking back out into the center of the chamber, but there's a floor there where you didn't see a floor below you. Like in the bottom of this chamber, when you look up, it looks like it goes all the way to the roof. Like 200 feet up to the roof. You're muted.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying right. Okay.
Yeah. Right? So like 200 feet up.
Yeah.
But now that you've gone to this next level, you're now up on this next level, and this next level has you walk back out, but there's a floor below you now where you wouldn't have thought that floor was before.
Yeah. Interesting.
And you see the same thing that Orlena saw. A massive bowl in the center filled with black sand. Every step you take feels like you're walking on sand. The same black sand is now cast across the floor as if someone has been pitching it out in some sort of ritual. Across the room, you can see another hall, another passageway lined with that same silver threads. You can see a priest inscribing on a stone tablet to the right of that passageway.
To Orlena and be like, do you know who that guy is?
No, I recognize him. Go. I'll go take a glance.
Okay.
That'd be a religion check.
If you'd like to.
Yeah, I'll roll a religion, see if I recognize. Chances are slim, especially being from this area, but never hurts. Oh.
You don't recognize him whatsoever, or it whatsoever.
Sorry, I don't know. I don't recognize this person.
Elandra, do you know who that guy might be?
Elandra's still downstairs.
Oh, I thought
Just
I
you
told
two
her
are
who
upstairs.
it was.
No, she
Oh.
stayed downstairs. Her and Mary are still sitting downstairs on the on the bench.
Oh, wow. It's making us do this alone. All right. Look through. Can I do a perception check and see if I notice anything out of the ordinary?
The
Or that
yeah,
might be
it can be perception or investigation, whichever one you would like it to be.
investigation? We'll do perception. That would be 9.
9. You're looking around and you notice that the same thing that Orlina saw. Names are etched in every single stone tablet. And the one that this priest is working on in front of him seems to be like he's etching new names. As if something happened recently. As you get a little bit closer, you can kind of hear this soft whisper emanating from him. As if he's speaking the names aloud. Like whispering the names like to himself.
Walk up and look down. Say, "What you doing there, buddy?"
He does not respond.
Look over at Erlina. Look back and forth, like with my eyes, like, "You see this guy?"
Rude. How rude. Ask the question, doesn't respond.
He's wearing very
Sure.
heavy black robes. A hood as well.
As he's like kind of working on those like new names that he's kind of working on, do I recognize any of those names?
Give me investigation or perception.
I'll go investigation. 9.
As you look down and you're scouring the stone tablet, he's about halfway through this tablet right now. And this tablet's not small. It's like 3 feet long, like 4 feet tall. It looks like it's definitely one of those tablets that like gets mounted on a wall, like a massive picture. The names he's etching are quite small. And from what you can garner from looking at this tablet, you could assume that each one of these tablets holds close to 1,000 names. And there are hundreds of tablets in this room. As you're looking over it, you can see the last few lines as he's writing. And at the very top of the third line above, you could see Frederick. Frederick Hale has been etched into it.
Step back a bit and look at Hathor. It's like, I think he's writing names out of people who are passed away. Just seen Frederick's name.
Oh,
The other thing you noticed while watching him write, there's no hand. You see
What?
the end of a robe, and you see a quill writing names. You do not see a hand holding that quill. You also don't see other hand. You don't see his other arm to his robe, which looks like it would have been in place holding the other side of the tablet as he wrote. You see the arm as if that's where it was, but you don't see a hand. You see the robe just kind of suspended a couple of inches above the tablet.
What the heck?
That's trippy. I don't know how that's happening, but that's tripping me out.
Yeah. Well,
Weird.
well, if he's not really paying attention to us, I say we keep moving.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Let him work.
You see in front of you another hallway with those same silver threads pulsing through it, about 10 feet in, and it turns to the left. As you look up, you see stairs leading to the next level. This time there's a frail silver light gleaming off the landing. As you make your way up to the top onto the landing and you turn left again, you're now in the beginning of what can only be considered a massive but narrow corridor, flanked by mirrors framed in silver. At the very end, there is another passageway.
I'm curious to see how it goes up.
They seem pretty tall from the outside.
Yeah. There's no end. I almost wonder if we should try use the portal and portal stuff out of here.
Yeah. I mean, no one can see us right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Should we tell Mary and Alanja, or should we just disappear?
Oh. Probably good to tell them, like, we're gonna try to find our way out. We'll somehow try to keep in touch, and if we can keep in touch with them, help bring the fight to what's his name?
Gary.
Lord. Yeah, Garion and Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys.
And yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, are we turning back, or do you want to
Yeah,
keep
we'll
going?
quickly turn back and let them know we'll try to find our way out. They can. There's no way they're gonna be able to come through that portal with that.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
So what's going on? So you're heading back down the stairs?
Yeah,
Back down
we'll
to
Laundry and Mary know. We'll
As you descend these stairs, you get to the landing down below. You turn right. And again, you're faced with this massive but narrow corridor flanked with mirrors framed in silver. At the end of this corridor is another entrance. The air is thick with the scent of mithril and ash. You can hear murmurs of prayers echoing faintly, even when the room is empty. On the floor, you can see what seems to be a walking sigil of the moon's vigil ahead of you.
We just went back down, but it didn't take us to the tablet room. It took us to a different place.
It took you to the very same place.
Uh-oh.
Oh, so we're kind of stuck in the loop by the looks of it.
Uh-oh.
No, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah. All right.
I guess we just carry on for now.
Gotta keep walking. Yeah.
As you
I hope Mary and Alanja are hanging in there.
Yeah.
as you step into this corridor, Orlando, you're the first to notice as these mirrors are casting images back to you. One of them is of your younger self. You're holding a bow. You look to be on the age of 8 or 9. It's a memory of the first bow that you ever got. Suddenly, the mirror starts to shift. The bow starts to dissolve slowly.
Be careful what you see in the mirrors. Afterwards.
Hmm.
Seeing a glance of one and then memory of me as a kid. I got my first bow.
Oh.
The bow just disappeared, dissolved.
Hmm.
Hathor, you see images of yourself surrounded by trees and woods. You look about the age 9 or 10. You have this feeling like it's a memory of when you first had to trust your instincts, but instead of confidence, you start to feel doubt. You start to feel lost as the trees start to fold in around you.
And just like turn to Alina. Yeah. I'm seeing similar things. And say we keep our eyes on our feet.
Yeah. Well, maybe. Well, however the marching order is, like one of us will hold on to the other, so we can just kind of stay
Hmm.
close knit, and like if something happens, we're still close to each other.
Okay. Like that plan.
Safety first.
So you guys are just like kind of rushing to the other side,
Yeah. Walking.
Yeah.
Speed walking.
speed walking. As you get to
But
the other side, you look to the right as the stairs go up. The same silver lines are pulling you through and up the stairs. You reach the top landing. As you turn right, you see in front of you is a small circular sanctum with a silver thread strung between two crescent arched pillars. It seems to constantly shimmer, though unmoving. In a circle along the walls, you can see multiple, what you can only tell is clerics meditating as if they're praying to Nora, seeking judgment or transition. You can hear the whispers of what seem to be dead tokens being called upon. At the base looms a locket of hair, golden and thin. At the very end, there's another hallway. Above it, there is a name etched in what can only be considered bone.
Read it?
You want to read it?
Yeah.
It says, Vorim, the Bone King, God of judgment and afterlife. As you are standing under this cascading thread that's linked between these two arched pillars, you can slowly start to hear the chants from the clerics getting louder.
So we go through as fast as we can. I don't want to be around these guys much longer.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I like the look at his towers actually dealing with us right now, so the quicker the better.
Yep. All right.
As you hurry to the other side and you manage to follow into the same tunnel, it turns left this time and up the stairs. Those same silver threads drawing you forward. As you reach the next platform and you turn left to look into this, what seems to be a shadowed courtroom for you. There are 9 thrones, all empty. Etched on the floor in a arch in front of those thrones reads, Children of Nora. The dead are judged here. They can't pass unless echoing truths of a life lived. Silver candlelight flickers in complete silence here. It's as if the entire realm is deafening. Past the thrones, you can see another hallway. The same silver threads pulling through. And as you step into this chamber, you slowly start to see what looks like robed figures fill the thrones. One at a time.
Whisper to Orlina. Hold up. Do you think that this is all the same things that dead people go through in order to die?
Maybe.
because I don't want to die.
I
We're
don't
not
want to die
dead.
either.
Yeah.
True. I wonder if, like, probably everyone has their different perspectives of what happens in life after death. So I wonder if people here, this is what they think we go through, pretty much.
Hmm. Yeah.
And die here.
Yeah. Can we see an exit in this room?
Yes, past the thrones. I said there was another.
Okay.
There's
Okay.
another
Okay.
chamber hallway.
Okay. So I'm like, is this the end?
Yeah,
Is this the
exactly. It's
end?
getting there. Into the unknown.
Are we able to like go around the thrones?
Yes. Is that what you're
Okay.
doing?
I would like to do that, yes. Are we
Okay.
leaving?
Yeah, yeah.
Every
I'm
step you
following suit.
take, you notice that another hooded figure is appearing in a throne. What did you say you want to do, Orlina?
Oh, I was following suit. I was following behind Hathor. Yeah.
Okay.
Follow
As you
her
get
way
to
to
the
get
other
out.
side, are you just going straight through, or what are you doing?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to just
Yeah.
kind of go straight around. Keep my eyes open for anything dangerous.
So you're
'Cause this
looking
place is
around though
creepy.
still?
Yeah. Yes, I will
All
be
right.
looking around.
As you get to the entrance to that tunnel, you notice that all 9 thrones are filled. And before them on the floor kneeling is what looks like the shell of a man now being judged. As you pass through the entranceway, everything falls silent again. The same threads carry you through. You turn right, and up the stairs they lead. When you reach that platform, you then turn and to the right again, and you see in front of you is this echoing chamber. The roof of it is covered. You see the moon, you see stars. In the center is a polished moonstone altar engraved with Nora's sigil, the crescent moon and silver thread. As you step closer, and you hear whispers. There's no other exit to this room. It is sealed completely. And then you start to hear something speak. Do not fear your silent thread, nor curse the chill you leave in bed. For every thread I gently sever, you carry home, now bound forever. You are the pause, the final sigh, the truth beneath every lover's lie. Where mortals weep, I do not grieve. I guide them on and bid them leave. So take their hands when twilight calls, beneath the moon, beyond the walls. And know, dear death, when all is done, you and I are always one. Suddenly the room flashes like a dying star. And you're now back on the main floor. You see Elandra and Mary sitting around the pedestal as she looks up and at you both. Well, aren't you going to see how to get out of here?
We just did.
No.
We went up the stairs. Yeah.
No, you've been standing there the whole time. You said you were going to go find a way. What stairs?
Look over. Point at the stairs.
Where you thought there was a passageway is now a wall.
Heck.
Yeah, there was stairs not too long ago. It's
Okay.
kind of lean over to Hathor. Did this go through a spiritual journey? Well, whispering it.
I think so.
Suddenly,
That.
you hear a click, and the pin to the door that you guys push shut slides open as the door slowly starts to fall into the chamber. And that's where we'll end it tonight.
Sword. No!
No, you're a dick. Oh.
I'd die for another battle.
I would die for another battle.
Here we go.
Quench my thirst.
Oh, man.
Oh my goodness. There we go. There we go. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh,
There you go. And that's that.
Go. That's that.
And that's that.
Power.
How did you feel about that? You guys enjoy that one?
Oh yeah, that was good.
Yeah. I liked Orlena lighting the garden on fire. That was awesome.
First of all, listen. Okay, listen. I get what you wanted to do there, Ruben. I really do. But you are within earshot of what can be considered a small army, and you decide to use thunderclap, which emits a loud boom up to 100 feet away.
Yeah, I realized that after.
If you didn't kill those guards in the next 2 turns, you would have been surrounded.
Oh, man.
No.
The second you did that, I'm like, well, here we go. Let's see what's going to happen now. This is where this is going. You would have been surrounded and had to fight your way out of 30 of them. And you would not have won.
Yeah.
No.
Not at the level that you are right now. You would not have won. My God. And then he's like, we need to get away. I'm going to light this bush on fire. You're a dick. Not only did the rebels lose their home, all right?
You burned it
But
down.
you set it on fire, dude. You're like, we're not coming back here, I guess.
Lena, what are you doing? It's like buying us time. It's
Like, if that fire, like, I have to roll it. You know what, Ruben? Just for the fun, roll me a D20.
All right.
Okay, hold on. No, here we. All right. High or low?
I'll go high.
All right. Well, you get to find out later what that does.
Okay.
Because as far as you know, the only way to get down into those catacombs where that sacred druid chamber was that had a lot of significance was in the cathedral. The stairs you came up past that door that had that big room that had the big moon shining down that lit it up and seemed to be very magical. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So you don't know what's happened.
Yeah.
My goodness, dude. My goodness. Oh, you know what? At least I can say this, though. You're not a bunch of murder hobos. Like, that's the one thing. The one common denominator is the DM's always looking to try to TPK the party, and the party is always looking to just wipe out everything. You kind of did a little bit, but in most D&D campaigns, they refer to the party as murder hobos because you literally go into a town and you kill everything. That's what they're considered. That's what they're called.
Yeah.
You don't want your party to be murder hobos. At least I can say that you guys aren't murder hobos. You're not going into every town trying to kill everything. I can at least say that. Well, at least I used to be able to say that. We don't know now. You might get out of this tower and nothing's left but the fucking tower because you burnt down the entire of Blackthorn.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Just, oh my
Very
goodness.
strange.
Why?
Not gonna be
Why?
happy with us.
He's just like, Bruce Flames, light this bitch on fire. Why, dude? Like, there's so many more things you could have done.
Yeah.
There's so many more things you could have done, but you're like, nah, man, I'm just gonna set a fire.
No.
So
Yeah,
we don't know if
that.
we don't know if this is gone at all. We don't know. You don't know yet. You're right now. You're inside this tower, and
We don't know if
you
we're gonna
got
get out.
to. Oh no, the door unlocked. You just don't know what happened after the
Yeah.
door unlocked. But damn. Well, you made it up to the top of the tower, I guess. Kinda,
We did.
maybe. Or maybe you didn't. Who
kinda,
knows? Maybe
yeah.
it was all in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was so trippy.
That was trippy.
Yeah.
So I gotta double check. Did we just go back to the exact same place?
You're like, wait, hold on. Did we just go to a new place? No.
Yeah.
No, you
No.
didn't. You're in the same place. You're trying to go backwards. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys watching, I appreciate you all so much. We really do enjoy doing this, and we're happy to put it on display for you all and watch the chaos that ensues that comes from it. We really do enjoy it. And if you want to see more of it, just go ahead and hit that button to follow along or subscribe or whatever it is on the YouTube, the Twitch, whatever you're on. I really do appreciate it. This is our little group. We're called 4 Initiative, and we're just a bunch of random D&D players that like to just have fun and laugh and do chaotic things like burn down cities. Ruben.
Well, at least it's not pumping in the barrels.
Oh, the barrels haven't come yet. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
I got barrel tokens. If you don't know about that, go watch some of the earlier sessions of Elbraz. You'll understand why he's afraid of barrels. He's also a player in that one as well. His character's name is Roger Thunderfoot, and he can't seem to manage his way around a barrel at all. He also likes to punch old people. Yeah.
Guilty as charged.
Yeah. He's like, I'm just gonna hit him. Why? Why is that your response? Like, come on, dude. Anyways, we appreciate you all so much. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being the absolute amazing people that you are, for donating your free time and watching us be entertaining, I guess. That's the word we're going to pick right now, okay? Entertaining. I know, we're laughing, and that's all that matters. Okay? Anyways, until next time, guys, enjoy the rest of your evening, and deuces.
Good in my time.
Dice, shadows deep, dragons soar, secrets keep. Dungeon, dark right in the game of endless night. Every quest, every fight, dreams are born in the light. Legends rise, we won't fall. Through the storm, hear the call. Down for initiative. Heroes on the train to finish. Take a chance, make it right in the game of endless night. Ever initiative, hero of heart so definitive. Take your chance, make it right in the game of endless night. Every quest, every fight, dreams are born in the light. Legends rise, we won't fall. Through the storm, hear the call. Roll for initiative here. Hero's heart so definitive. Take your chance, make it right in the game of endless night. Every quest, every fight, dreams are born in the light. Legends rise, we won't fall. Through the storm, hear the call. Legends rise, we won't fall. Through the storm, hear the call.